Okay, so on to the next track / performance of Sonia's Cool Chameleon sound. Sometimes it just falls out on my head. Cool Chameleon sound series, man. It's been an absolutely awesome series. We just came off a really bouncy track by RM. Love that. Now we're going on to an artist or a band that I actually do know. I don't know much of their stuff, but I think I do know this song called 30 Seconds to Mars, This Is War. Haven't heard this in a damn long time, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be familiar with this song. There is a message over here from Sonia, whose birthday it is today, just by the way. Hope you're having a good birthday. Jared Leto, the lead singer, the lead vocalist, multi-instrumentalist and main songwriter, formed the band with his older brother Shannon. Leto said in an interview that the song is about conflict, the inevitability of conflict, the blessing of conflict, and what we can learn from it. We want to explore another side of it, so we decided to portray soldiers in a conflict. The band earned themselves a place in the Guinness Book of Records with their gig at New York's Hampshire Ballroom in 2011. It was their 300th concert in support of This Is War, breaking the world record of the most shows performed during the single album cycle. That is crazy. I wonder if that had anything to do with Lord of War, which is that movie he was in with Nicolas Cage. That movie was absolutely fire. But anyway, let's rock and roll, man. Let's see what we've got. If we don't end war, okay, let's begin. Let's see what we got. If we don't end war, war will end us. Well, that's true. The fact that they put the moment to lie, the moment of truth with JFK, and then the moment to lie with George. Perfect placement over there. Perfect placement over there. The moment of truth with JFK, who was fucking sensational, specifically when it came to the Cuban Missile Crisis. That is the kind of temperament of a leader that you need to deal with those kind of conflicts. We don't actually have that today. That's why the world is in the state that it's in. And then obviously the moment to lie. Yeah, the big WMD lie. All right. Oh, but that nobody cares about anymore. Like no one cares about at all. Fucking Putin's the fucking madman. Putin did what fucking George W. Bush did in Iraq. Did the same thing. And no one cares. He's living his fucking life. He's committed war crimes. These are war criminals, man. These are war criminals. And everyone doesn't care. No one's boycotting American music, right? No one's boycotting American music. A million Iraqis dead for a war that was all one big lie by George W. Bush? That's all good, right? That's all good. But God forbid you listen to a Russian artist. God forbid you listen to a Russian artist. Then all the virtue signalers come out. And they be like, oh my God, you're such a terrible person. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? The fucking heat I got for a request. Someone, oh, please just listen to this artist. I don't fucking care about the comments. It's a Russision artist. And I get heat for that. You know what I mean? Where's your heat to listen to? Why are you listening to this? Why are you on YouTube? Why? I mean, why aren't you saying anything about the fact that a million Iraqis were killed for a war that never needed to happen? Nothing, right? You're all stum now. Let's go.
This is war. It's the moment of truth, the moment to lie, the moment to live, and the moment to die, the moment to fight, the moment to fight, to fight, to fight, to fight, to the right, to the left. We will fight to the death, to the edge of the earth. It's a brand new world from the last to the first, to the right, to the left,
me this. How do you end wars when an entire political system, an entire system is designed around maintaining wars as opposed to ending wars? How do you expect to end wars that way, right? The one thing about specifically the West has lost it's lost its way when it comes to actual wars. Some wars need to be fought because sometimes you have to fight some egregious people, some people that literally want to watch the world burn, right? And the way you end wars in that situation is that the war becomes so devastating, right? So devastating for the opposing side, right? In such a short space of time that you actually deal such a heavy blow, right? To ensure deterrence, right? But you win that war. You win it. If you take on a war, then win the fucking war. And if the war's based on morality, if a war's based on we're going to find the motherfucker that flew planes into the fucking Twin Towers, right? And then you win that war decisively, and you literally deal a massive blow to let your enemies know that you can never, ever fuck with us again. Because if you do, it's going to be like a fucking boot on a mosquito. You know what I mean? That is how you end wars. You create the deterrence, right? But when you don't do that, when you're just getting engaged in all different wars all around the world purely to sell weaponry, and then you sell weapons to your enemies so that your enemies one day can fight you, you're never going to end wars, right? Because it actually just becomes a whole fucking a corrupt money game at the end of the day. The very same people who we are arming up are the very same people that we fight later down the line, and then other factions get created, and then we fucking fund other people to fight those people, and then those people go fucking rogue, and then how are you ever going to end wars? But the thing is that it's by design. It's by design, right? Wars are created to be maintained today. They're not created to end today. There's no morality behind the war saying like, this is our virtues, this is our morals, liberty, freedom, blah, 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 right? You root that out, you fucking stomp it out, done. You win it, you get out, finish. And you base the war on morality. But it's not moral today. It's absolutely not moral today. We fund the people that we fight against. The people that are killing our fucking children are using our weapons to do so. So how will war ever end? You know what I mean? Uh-oh. I hope this doesn't get blocked on YouTube though.
Did you see that?
I didn't.
Charlie 3-1, this is Lima 490. We've got a potential hostile situation here. Requesting immediate backup at Mike Bravo 458.
Why are you getting out the car, bro? Why are you getting out the Humvee?
Warning to the prophet, the liar, the honest.
The liar, the honest. So Mahatma Gandhi is in the bed. That's the honest. And who's that?
Warning to the prophet, the liar.
Who's this over here? What's that, Tony Blair? It must be Tony Blair.
I am the honest. This is war. Oh, to the leader, the pariah, the victor, the messiah. This is war.
Nothing.
It's the moment of truth and the moment to lie.
Keep an eye out.
To live in the moment to die. The moment to fight. The moment to fight. To fight. To fight. To fight. To the left. We will fight. To the death. To the edge of the earth. It's a brand new world from the last to the first to the right. To the left. We will fight. To the death. To the edge.
Jesus, who threw a fucking tank like that? Was the Hulk on the other side of that fucking hill?
We will fight to the death, to the end. Get out, get out, get out! It's a brand new world, it's a brand new world, it's a brand new world! Clear! What's that?
I think I reacted to this song, but it was in concert. It was the concert version. This was fucking mental in concert. This track in concert, the energy, oh my god, it's mad.
Anything! I do believe in life. Raise your hands to the sky.
Yo, buddy, your M16 isn't going to do anything against a fucking tank that's flying. What is that? M16, M4, M8, no, AR-15. I don't think the military uses. I think it's probably M4s and M16s.
Toward the sun.
It's an M16.
Toward the sun.
Song is the war is won against war. Clever. Very clever. In terms of like with the amount of fucking military equipment that gets damaged, you can actually create the fucking pyramids of Giza, right? With that type of equipment. And it's actually crazy. Think about this as a fucking business model, right? Business model. Politicians, right? They create these wars. All right, and then they tell you that for your security we have to fight abroad, right? There's no imminent danger in your country, right? But for all these other sort of proxy wars that they fight, right, we got to fight abroad. So we got to take your money, and we're going to put your money. We're going to take billions of your money, and we're going to give it to the military complex, and we're going to give it to the defense agencies, of which the politicians have got shares and stocks in. Right? And they're going to produce weaponry that's going to go to the battlefield and it's going to get destroyed, because we're not going there to win the war, we're going there to fucking maintain the war, right? So it's going to get destroyed, and therefore we got to come back and say, oh well, we need more money, right? And so the cycle continues. They take money that doesn't belong to them, money they never earn. And don't forget, the government's not a fucking lemonade stand, right? They don't produce, they don't make anything, it's your money. They're taking your money, right, to make this equipment to get destroyed. So your money, the billions and billions of dollars that you need in your own communities, right, gets taken and it gets put into equipment that gets destroyed, has absolutely no usefulness or utility to your existence and to your communities, right, gets destroyed. It's the same thing where you just hear, oh no, the black communities need help. The politicians are always talking about the black communities and how they've suffered for years and things like that, right? But none of them ever change anything. Nobody ever changes anything in the black communities. No one changes anything. They're still the same year on year on year, decade on decade on decade. Nothing fucking changes, right? But they fucking signing checks for billions for weaponry. Billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars is being signed off for weaponry, right? It'll take 2 fucking years for them to sign off with all the bureaucracy. It'll take them 2 fucking years for them to sign off to build a fucking bridge in your country. But when it comes to signing off another weapons package, today, get that weapons out today. When it comes to war, they're fucking silent. When it comes to war, there's not even a partisanship in this fucking thing. It's bipartisan, right? When it comes to war, all of a sudden the two opposing parties are a uni party. All of a sudden, when it comes to war, Democrats and Republicans alike sign off on that shit like that, right? But when there's a risk of having a government shutdown, right, because they can't come to a consensus on the fucking budget, they'll take it to the fucking edge, or if not, have the actual government shutdown, right? But when it comes to war, everyone's in agreement. Everyone's in agreement. Yeah, war's war. War makes money. It turns our economy. Good. Anyway, great song. Love this track. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.